I do not see myself as a woman car dealer. My thought on it is if I wanted to be in a man's world, I had to play like a man. I've never used being a female as a trump card or been involved with female groups, if you will, in the automotive industry. There are groups, but I feel like I want to be the best automobile dealer in the country. I don't want to be the best female automobile dealer in the country. As a little girl, I grew up and wanted to be just like my father. In first grade, I remember all the little girls in the class would have posters up what they wanted to be when they grew up, and teachers, nurses, that's what I remember. Mine was always, I wanted to be a car dealer. And I couldn't wait for my father to get home to hear about his day and want to know what he was doing and what the new cars that were coming out. I mean, I'd run down to the dealership, get my mother to take me to the dealership when I knew a new model was coming out that was, you know, cool or hot at the time. It was in my blood from day one. I think it's the cars. I mean, we were a Chevrolet dealer growing up, so you have to think Corvette, Camaro. That was back when Monte Carlo and Cutlass and Regal and there's very, very cool cars back in the day. But I think my father made it fun. He'd pull in the latest car and he'd get out, and he was always my knight in shining armor, and I think he and I have a real connection. We always have. That's why it's fun working in our family business, and he's not involved in the business day to day, but I can assure you he knows what's going on every day. I think people forget that I quit probably 5 times when I started work here. Working for your father, who expects a lot and that you idolize, can be a little tough at the beginning, especially when you're trying to prove yourself. And it was tough at the beginning, and we actually had general managers that I think were questioning me and what I was doing here. And the more they questioned, the more I dug my heels in and made sure it was going to work. Being down here at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, when I didn't know what in the world I was doing, but I was going to figure it out before I went home. With a husband at home going, "Where are you? What's going on?" And then when George came to work for us, my father said, "There's no way you two can stay married and work together. I love you way too much." That was 25 years ago. We have been very successful together, and I think that was an obstacle. It was hard at first. It was very hard at first. And my father, again, is a wonderful man, wonderful businessman, but this is his blood, sweat, and tears. He founded this company, and he wasn't just going to hand it over. He wanted to make sure that we could do it, and I think we proved pretty early on that we could do it. I would tell them, don't take anything for granted. I think so many people think just because I'm here, it's going to happen. No, you've got to dig your heels in, you've got to work, you've got to put sweat equity, put passion behind it, and people will notice, and good things happen to those kind of people. I find a younger generation lacks it's a little bit of the entitlement, the me generation, or whatever everybody's reading about. It is, and I see it, and I think if you really want something, no one's going to give it to you just because. No one gave me this dealership just because my dad was John Shields. No one gave it to George and I, and we had to prove a few people wrong along the way. I'll be honest with you, the people that know me know that it's not. I mean, I do lay awake and stare at the ceiling nights. But again, when you love what you do, when you have fun what you do, you figure out how to balance it. There's no doubt in my mind that my family is first. They always are. And fortunately enough, I think employees at the dealership understand that. So I think you do the best you can. You pray a lot, and I think when you lay your head on the pillow at night, you go, it was a good day. Tomorrow will be better. What inspires me is when a customer will come up to me and put their arms and thank me for what we do for the community and thank me for having a quality staff that takes care of them, and thank me for being present and here at the dealership and caring. Then I go, they get it. That inspires me to get up the next day and go, you just do it one customer at a time. And that motivates me. An employee situation that maybe wasn't so great. And then at the end of the day, you're hugging and you realize that sweat equity, that they really love this place and they're going to be there for you. And then you go home and you go, that was a great day. Those little aha moments inspire me.